Hello, everybody. I am live and in color. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm just going to send this out to Facebook, to my Facebook group, and let people know that I am live and I am in color. I hope everybody is doing well. Before we start, there are going to be some things that I am going to be addressing, and I think it's only important that those things get addressed before we start the stream, and that there will be new rules of conduct going. Those things will be those things need to be addressed before we begin the stream, and I want to address them right now before anybody thinks that I'm being unfair and unreasonable to anybody. There will be new conducts of code going forward because I don't think it's right if you have issues with somebody else, regardless of what you think is good or not. Hi, Andrea. I want to address this right now going forward, and I know that some people have said that they're sorry that I got dragged into their mess. I am having a good day. I did get some happy mail, but I want to address some things that have been going on in the community because I don't like it. There have been 2 conflicts which I've been dragged into, and I do not like to be dragged into other people's issues. Just because I'm friends with someone, and that person's having a problem with them, doesn't mean you can bring it into this stream. Nor should it be brought into any stream. Harassment, bullying, picking fights in other people's streams is not acceptable. Number 2, when everybody is upset and they start saying things that are unkind, all the parties involved, what happens is other people get involved, and sometimes people who have nothing to do with the conflict get involved. Now, going forward, we're going to have a new conduct. If you're having problems with somebody else who's in this stream, please do not start a fight with them or continue whatever your issue is within this stream. I really am serious, because if more than one person is involved in the fight, I will kick every person who's out of the stream for about 5 minutes. Now, the people that are involved in this conflict, everybody is emotional. Everybody is upset at one another. What I want to recommend that all the people who are involved in these conflicts is maybe we should all take a few days away from each other. And maybe when we have calmer, cooler heads, we can have a real conversation between all the 3 parties involved. Because what is happening is people's emotions are getting upset. People are accusing people of doing things that they may or may not have done. Sometimes what somebody perceives as, oh, I'm sorry, the other person may not perceive it that way because everybody has a different viewpoint of it. I want people to be aware that I know what's going on between certain people. But I just ask that you do not bring it in here, because I don't want this person yelling at this person, and then it becomes a whole thing where I have to play peacemaker, and that's not my role. If 1 or 2 people are having a fight, both of them are kicked out of the stream for a little bit. I'm not totally blocking them. I just don't want them to create a toxic environment here. I want people to respect one another when they're in my stream. And don't bring your issues in here, because people are seriously getting hurt. Feelings are getting hurt. I think everybody is mad at each other. It really isn't. I think, you know what it is? I think that what happens is the people involved in being upset at one another are not listening to one another. They all are, I'm being harassed. No, I'm not being harassed. I'm just trying to apologize. No, she did this, she did that, or they did this to me, they did that to me. I want people to be aware that everybody in this situation is human. I got dragged into a couple of situations over the weekend that I did not feel comfortable with. I don't think it's fair for me to be brought into a situation that's not fair to me. And I'm not talking about the situation that you're thinking about, Andrea. There's another situation going on in the community right now that I'm having another issue with. It's not just you having the same issue. There's several people who are having the same issue. So I want everybody to agree to respect each other. Can we do that, please? And not start, and whatever your feeling is about somebody, personally, we don't take it in here. We learn how to be civilized adults, and we actually try to talk to one another. But I want the people who are having issues, and the three of people here know, and this is for everybody. If you're having issues with somebody else in the stream, um, talk about them separately and not in my stream, and agree to treat each other with some respect and be civil with one another. Can we do that, please? Because I think it's not fair to everybody else in this stream. I'm just saying this now because I think it's fair. You know, you don't mean to, but sometimes things escalate and people say things, and then it can become a trigger with people. So what can trigger people? Religion. You did this to me. Oh no, I didn't do this. Why are you calling me a liar? Well, that can trigger somebody. Religion, politics can trigger somebody. So keep this in mind that everybody is a human. Did you start spiral? Okay. So now on to the happy mail first. I got some happy mail. So on to happy things. You don't have to remove yourself, Andrea or Lurk. You can be part of this as long as the other people agree to be respectful to you and civil. I just think everybody's temperatures are very high, and we all need some. Maybe sometimes what happens is people need breathing room, and then once they're calm, they'll see things much differently. The situation, sometimes you have to walk away from the situation than this. Okay, so on to the happy mail. I got happy mail. Now this was on my wish list. Someone, and I'll tell you who gave it to me. T's World of Adult Coloring saw this on my wish list and gave it to me. That's happy mail. I am really happy. We'll be coloring out a fair touch of magic. So this is called Strawberry Shortcake Advanced Coloring Book. This is from Bendon. This came to me as a gift yesterday. I got it in the mail yesterday. I wasn't expecting this because it was happy mail. This is the Advanced Coloring Book by Bendon. And they have tear and share pages, which means the book is perforated at some point. I think it's all perforated. But so we got the cover page, Strawberry Shortcake. I always loved Strawberry Shortcake as a kid growing up. This takes me back to when I was a kid, and I used to love watching the cartoons, and Life is Delicious. Yes, the pages are perforated. Now, that's really cute. I like that. I think this is really cute. Paper's a little bit on the thin side, so you probably would have to use pencils. So I'm really happy. I have linked T's channel down below. See, this is perforated. Yes, we all hope your day gets better, Robin. That's cute. See, this is like the wallpaper paper. I thought I'd show you this because this is so cute. I have to show it. I cannot not show it. All the little strawberries and flowers. Oh, look at that with the kitty cat. I just think the kitty cat is so adorable. Who here thinks this cat is adorable? I know, right? I was surprised to get it because I wasn't expecting to get it because it was on my wish list, and somebody, T, got it for me. And if you guys aren't familiar with T, she used to be known as Cali Girl, and then she changed it to T. So I want to thank T a lot. Yeah, it was really, really nice of her. So I am expecting the yes, most cats are adorable. They warm your heart, don't they? I had a calico growing up, and then I had a black and white cat. The black and white cat was really pretty, but the calico was even prettier. I am happy to be home. It just is that lately things have been a little tense in the community, and certain people are fighting with each other right now. And I don't understand why it's happening in more than one group of friends I'm in. It's happening in about two or three groups, and right now I'm like still disappointed in everybody involved because I think that everybody could be nice to one another and try and see. Sometimes things happen and they're beyond our control. So shortcake Holdings. I'm happy to be home, but now I have. That's not going to always happen. This is like I love these little things. I love these little things. Ooh, the villain with that pet snake. When I think pet snakes, I think of Voldemort and the Harry Potter fandom. So I love these little strawberries. That's cute. I just love this. Oh, that's wonderful. And what were those two things that he helped you recognize? One of the things is that we can't change anybody but ourselves, Robin. We have to accept things as they are, but not everybody. You can't change people. You can only change the way you act. It has to be on both sides of the coin, not just one. You know, here's what someone once told me. It wasn't a therapist. It was one of my old bowling teammates, and he said to me, here's what my therapist used to tell me, Robin. Well, not my therapist. He said, you can't change other people. You can only change you and your response to what goes on in the world. And when people are upset and emotional, when people get upset and emotional, they don't always think rationally. And sometimes you have to give people time to cool off when there's an argument or there's a misunderstanding because you can't be doing it. Oh, Robin, why have you not eaten anything? I'm sure you've eaten something in 5 days. That's scary if you haven't eaten. Isn't this a cute, cute little book? And this is the advanced edition. There's another edition that isn't as advanced. I hope you eat something, Robin. Really, I do. I want you to get better. We all want you to get better. Oh my goodness. I didn't know you could go that long without eating. That's scary, honey. I could not imagine even going in a few hours without eating. That's not a plan, Robin. That's seriously hardcore depression. That's not healthy for you. You need to eat to keep up your strength and your bones. I like that. Have a simply delicious day. This is cute too. I know, honey, it's not easy when you have all these things going on. It's a chef, and that's the last page of the book, so you're missing out on the end page. So here's the strawberry shortcake. I could see that. So today we'll be coloring in Fairy Touch of Magic. This is the page we did last time. Yeah, cute book. That was from T, and everybody, I linked down T's channel down below. No problem. I put that link down because I think it's important that we all try to remember things. We almost wanted to diamond paint. I was thinking about diamond painting. Let's get it out. My orange Crayola pencil. Yes, we are coloring things. No problem. She has a very nice channel, T. I think a lot of people don't realize how nice her channel is. She's very nice, guys. T is like one of those sweet, sweet people. Here's my orange pencil. Thinking of coloring this book in order. Now, guys, I may not stream tomorrow because I have a dentist appointment, so I don't know how that's going to go. Something happened while I was on vacation, and something happened, so I have to go to the dentist. It's not like I want to go to the dentist, so I have to go. Luckily, it happened in the back, so you can't see it in the front, but still, it's still a concern, and I should get it checked out before it gets worse. You know, I don't want to leave things to get worse, and then I have to spend more money on things. This is an orange Crayola pencil. You know who does really nice work with some of the budget-friendly pencils is Rita Brown. No problem. Thank you for subscribing to her. She's a really nice, very nice woman. So I gotta go to the dentist and see what he can do. Maybe I need a new cap in the back. It's part of the cap that came. So, you know, now food is getting stuck there. So I'm gonna see what he diagnosed me with and how much work we have to do. It's probably gonna take the last of my money. But such is life. So it usually is more expensive if I don't nip things in the bud. So the thing with me nowadays is that I try and nip everything as soon as possible. I did get some stuff that I ordered from comic books that I ordered a while back, finally. And today I was watching I started a new series. Mm-hmm. Oh well. So this is yellow. Yellow. This is not a pumpkin. This is actually what's the other thing called? A squash or something? Hopefully. I started watching a series on Stars called Seduce. Basically, it's India Oxenberg's story. Now, if you guys don't know who India Oxenberg is, you have to know who her mother is. India Oxenberg's mother is Catherine Oxenberg. Now, if you're not familiar with the name, or some of you may go, "Why do I know that name?" Catherine Oxenberg is part royalty. I forget what royalty she is from, but she is royalty. But she also started Dynasty during the 80s. So, hence, and India was part of this cult for a long, long time. So this is basically India's story. I'm trying to do this in order, Michelle. Remember, Michelle, there are no accidents, only happy little mistakes. Or in the words of Barbaros, happy little accidents. And the funny thing is, I'm doing this with Crayola colored pencils. Well, some people would say, well, no, you shouldn't use your Crayolas like that on a book like this. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use my pencils however I see fit to do them. I think it's important for me to do what I want to do with the pencils I want to do. And just because I'm not using expensive Holbeins, Prismas, doesn't mean that they're any less good. It's just that because it's Crayola member, we are using Crayolas. And I'm going to say something. They're not a bad pencil. Now, if everybody thinks budget friendly, now most of us, when we start coloring, we start off with Crayolas, Crazy Arts, or some other budget friendly pencil. That's good to know that it's safe. Well, I was talking about coloring, not the pen. I'm waiting on things too. I only got like one thing from my coloring book thing, so. And then just saw that Pink Label has some more books. I'm like, oh god. Pink Label is like now the new it's slowly Pink Label is now slowly becoming the new Demeter Victoria / Jade Summer. I mean, lots and lots of beautiful books that they're coming out with. I just found out they have a unicorn book. Yes. A retro mom's coloring book. I feel like with me in this book that I want to do them in order because it makes me feel better if I do them in order. The pictures. Because I have not done any books really in order. Except maybe Mermaid here now. And even that's like I'm filling in the gaps of what is not done, but it seems like I only have like the last 4 pages left to do now, maybe 5 pages. I don't know, it's 4 or 5 more images to do in that book before I can finish it. And I'm doing them in order, so I have to come up with an idea of what I want to do color wise. You ever look at a project and you go, well, that's what I want to do color wise? Hi, Selena, how are you? We are coloring with Crayolas today. Oh, Strawberry Shortcake, Advanced Beginner Edition. T from T's World of Adult Coloring sent me a Strawberry Shortcake coloring book, the advanced one from Bendon. It was awesome, but we went into a big discussion at the beginning of the stream about respecting each other. It was very sweet of her in the stream because there's been some drama going on. You may not be aware in the community. A couple of people are fighting, and somehow I get dragged into the middle of their little crop, and I think everybody's very heated and very emotional, and they're not listening to each other. And I think they all need to take some time apart from each other, and then maybe when they're cooler, their heads will be better attached. And guys, I'm just going to take the little gel pen. I know I said Crayolas, but I'm going to have to use my gel pens for some of the more detailed things. But somebody told me that Crayola has gel pens too. I don't know if that's true or not. Someone told me they do. It wouldn't surprise me if they have things. I will. Don't worry. And to finish this picture, maybe I'll do a little diamond painting. red orange. I see the ladybugs. I always think red ladybugs. I don't know why, but when I guess when you grow up around them or you see them a lot, they always appear red to you. What are you trying to do? Get me to buy more stuff? Next thing you know, you'll be telling me about the super tips that Miss Kate always uses. But there's no glitter in them. Seeing if there's anything else that I can do ladybug wise. Now we're gonna look for a dark green. I've never tried them, so everybody blame Michelle when things go wrong. Olive. But there's only 20 of them, Michelle, and they're almost like $1 a piece, a little less than $1 a piece. If they had more in the stack, maybe I'd be tempted to get them. They're not glitter. Oh, I want to show you guys something. I was thank you, Michelle, for that. But, what happened? You guys can actually, you guys can't see it, but I renovated my market drawer. So these are all the ones from the last budget-friendly markets that I got, not the new one that I still have in the case. So this is this. Then what's left over here is the Winsor and Newton Pro markers. These are where all my Copics are. Then these are the Dick Blicks, and these are what's left over the Parkour and Cali arts are down here. So I kind of rearranged the space where my markers are because it was getting so, as we call it, it was getting very frustrating for me personally to have them. At some point, I'm going to have to go to the comic book store, probably tomorrow, after my dentist appointment. I know you're trying to help Miss Michelle, but it's just hi, Robin Broderick. Now we have two Robins. We are coloring out of Fairy Touch of Magic by Clara Makova. This is the one that you get on Etsy. This is her new one. I was watching this whole thing about India Oxenberg, who's Captain Oxenberg's daughter, and the Nexium cult. Yeah, how she just got so easily sucked into it. No, it's very easy to get indoctrinated into a cult, from what I'm understanding of it. I can do that too. I'm doing really much better now that I got, something off my chest at the beginning of the stream because it's weighing on me heavily, because I have a lot of things going on in my personal life too, So next up, Granny Smith apples. Hmm. I want to do this book in order. It's okay. There were just some things that we had to talk about because of things that are going on in the community that I felt that I should address, and I didn't want it to continue. And some of my coffee, I'm getting a grocery in later today, so I'm really happy about that. This green is really nice. I like these. I really like this imagery from Clara. I think this may be my favorite. But then every time she comes up with a new book, it's always my favorite. It's kind of like one of those things where you just fall in love with whatever she does. No, you can watch now. You know. BFO. Aren't they fun? Heat wave. Looks like a neon orange. Heat wave. This looks like an interesting picture because it's like a fall picture and then it also has some elements of Christmas and winter in it. The orange Crayola is fun. How big was the set of Crayolas? Because they come in different sizes now. Because the set that I'm working with is the 100. No, shortly after I bought the 100, they came out with the 120. It was like kind of got a little mad at first, and then I realized, you know what? I bought them 100 pencils. It's a nice, good size set. And when people say you can't blend, you can't layer with Crayolas, that's not true because I have done skin tone. I've proven you can do skin tone with these. Hello, Pamela. Then, you know, it's ruined the way you apply them. Fiery rose. I think because I'm doing this book in order. Pentel Sparkle. What color is this? Lemon yellow. And you know, for me, it's sometimes I plan them out and sometimes I don't. So it's like 50-50. Like I'll plan them to a point and then I'll be like, no. It's also a good idea when you first get a new pencil set or even marker set that you actually do what I call a color swatch. Because the colors are different. Like they may be the same names as I said that you had before, and you think that they're going to be the same colors, and then they turn out not to be the same colors at all. I've had Copics like I thought the names would look like a certain way, and then they did not look anything like I thought they would. See anything else? Sometimes you get something that happens. This is a lemon yellow, even though you can call this technically a green. This is fern. And, here's the thing I told somebody once: if you don't get the enjoyment that you get used to get out of something, stop doing it. Yes, I do. Right now, I don't have my chart book with me, so I have that in various places. I have some of my charts in the Facebook group that I've made available free to all members. Now, some people charge you for swatch sheets, which I don't really care for. When people do that, you can make your own charts for no money. I mean, it does take more time to do because you are paying for the time. I still have to do all these dots. I still have to do these leaves. And then I think I see a little bit of wood here. I have some of the charts, not all of the charts online, but I have some of my charts online. Like my Copic chart is ever evolving. So you see, they're nice. You know, these are very nice. And then no, and they also. This is like my favorite. This is the swordfish. I love this one. Out of all my sharpeners, this one is my favorite of all of them. You can buy yourself a swordfish, do so because here's this. This is fun. And guys, I need paper to make sure I don't go over this. Sorry guys, I need my little Pentel Sparkle Pop. This is spelling paper. I use it so I don't go to the edge. But you know, it was funny. I one time saw somebody do a background on a piece of paper. Then they applied it to the paper. They stuck it to the paper, and then poof, the background was magically on their coloring book page. And they did it without ruining the paper. Now, I'd like to know how they did that because I'd be afraid to do something like that. You see? Michelle goes, well, you color awfully fast. I have probably not colored as fast as that. So really, I don't color that fast. It seems like I color that fast, then really, I don't. I wish I had that little bucket again. Put some of the Crayolas in there. Oh, well, we still got to color the little bears, the other leaves, then we got to do that too. Let me change my little Pentel Sparkle Pop. I like embellishments. Let me do this little thing here. So then you see I put the little Pentel Sparkle Pop in here. Fiery Rose. Just kind of reminds me of a neon pink in the Prismas. But after a while, some pencils, you know when you know your pencil sets really well, is when one color from another set reminds you of another color from another set. Hello, Danielle. How are you? We are coloring from the new Clara McCullough book, Fairy Touch and Magic. I'm doing this book in order. We're trying to at least. I'm going to try and do this book in order. I think those fun to eat. Those are like the best things. Hold on, I'm looking for a green that I haven't used before. Green. This is just green. Tell my guys say hello back. Oh, baby boys are cute. Girls are cuter. You ever notice that sometimes little baby boys, and I don't mean this in an insulting way, but when my cousin had her baby boy, he looked like a little old man. Really, a cute little old man. Babies are really cute. Little girls are really, really cute when they're, but sometimes little babies can look like old men. And no offense, Jane, I'm sure your baby is really, really adorable. You know, when they're first born, they look like that, but then they start looking more and more like their parents. Now we have the teddy bears. And you see in the back they have this thing here. So you can use that to write. You see what I do is I write when I'm in the back, and you guys don't see this, but I actually do this. Isn't it? Now let's do the teddy bear. Let's come up with a color for the teddy bears. Don't have enough browns. This is called Honest Gold. Oh, yay, which two? I always like to know which two. Honest Gold, they call this, but it's not gold. Diamond paintings are like that. They get very addictive. I'll show you a little trick. This is all the same color as this. I'm just applying lighter pressure to it. I know, right? We always find those old books that we forgot about. In mermaid hair, I'm almost close to doing it. I think I have like 4 or 5 images left in it. A lot of people have been finding old ones. They're all beautiful, in my opinion. All her books are beautiful, but to tell you the truth, I think this one may be my favorite of all the books that I've ever had of hers. And I'm not joking, guys, when I say that. I really, really mean that. See? I got this within 2 weeks of me ordering it on Etsy. And now she's not even selling the books on Amazon. She won't even sell the books on Amazon because people got impatient waiting for them. This one was the one that arrived the fastest. I will say all the other books took about a month. I remember when I first got Magical Delights, it was like a month and a half before I got that. No, Miss Ann, you must not enable me anymore. I just got a notification that Miss Ann posted a video of everyday deals, which means more diamond paintings that she got. I'm like, oh no, please no, Ann. Can't take any more. I love Miss Ann, but sometimes I'm like, no. Well, I have 4 diamond paintings coming. 2 from GBFKE and then 2 from Treasure Studio Arts. Yes, this is a thing, guys. Treasure Studio Arts is a real thing. Thank you. I wanted something to be like, this book has a little bit of this one, when sometimes I see something and it's like, it's not obvious at first, but then I'm like, oh, I like that. I can use that. Sometimes things are not as obviously as they look. And this is pink. What is this? Razzle Dazzle Rose. What are you taking a break? Diamond painting or coloring or both? So tomorrow I might not come down. I might come on. It all depends on how fast the dentist office goes. Now my mother wants the computer again. Yes, this is a fairy touch of magic. She also has a postcard one. I did not get the postcards because I'm not a fan of postcards. Does not mean I don't like her books any less or more. You can make the post. She has a postcard book that's brand new, so you could take out the postcards from the book. But the problem with postcard book was a little expensive. It was a little bit more money. Even with this book, it would have been like almost $100 something if I had gotten more. Plus the shipping right now is, and everybody knows what I mean by the shipping is. It was a little outrageous. What's the red? Red orange. It is a little nuts, but here's the thing with Clara's books, I was willing to pay. I'm still waiting on let me see, what am I waiting? Kunuko's book, Mortal Ma's book, the Color in Heaven book. Now, I was going to get the Color in Heaven book, but calendar for 2021, but I haven't colored the last two calendars that I did. Aren't they fun? No, that's not the color. Green. Now, here's what you do when you want lighter tones. Like, this is the same color as this. So, and you get this, you simply go farther away with your pencil and make it a lighter tone. And then it was like to me, oh, I think I know what you're doing. I think you're going to color in this book all month long. Here's the thing with Etsy. If you shop anywhere that's not Amazon, even Etsy, and I've even said this point blank, be careful who you order from, because there's some people out there who will piggyback off of the success of people like June and Moon and present themselves as being a legitimate seller. And they're really not legitimate sellers. So just remember, the people that I tend to buy from when I'm doing Japanese or any Asian coloring book are Cool Craft. Cool Craft book, like I'm gonna like the people that I tend to buy who are very good are Living in Tokyo, Cool Craft Book, and 70 East Books are the three best places, the three best stores to get Asian coloring books on Etsy. Everybody else you buy at your own risk. Now, AliExpress, I've never had a good experience. I mean, some people have had great experiences, but I've never had a good experience on AliExpress. That's all I'm saying. I've never had a good expression. But those are the three people that I shop from when I buy international books. Now, the other thing to do when you're buying books, like if you're buying something from Clara Makova, Carolina Kublikowska, they have their own stores on Etsy, so that's where you will get their stuff. Those are the best ways to do it. Sometimes the author will have a book, like Emil Jarish, who we know as Sakums, has her own thing. Mom Del Rubio has a lot of books PDF, so either you go email the author himself, and he'll give you a link to buy the PDF book, or he'll send you the files after you pay him via PayPal or whatever his app he's using at the time. For DP pens, there's a lot of different vendors out there. And I tend to stick with the ones that are on Facebook and have their own things, like Hand Turned Heaven, Jim's Handmade, Laz and Lack, The Works, Enabler's Outpost. Stephanie Sebastian doesn't have an eBay store, but she makes very good products. Who you buy from matters just as much, you see? So everybody is different, So I can say I have the first 2 pages done in this book, and I'm really proud of it. I'll say I have the first 2 pages done in this book, and I'm really proud of that. Guys, you know that. Who was the both from? Because it's different companies that make different supplies too. You know, for me, I got my boats through different people, and then I also bought them through different companies. Different companies, different kits have different boats in them. Someone's asking me about Wee Wax. This is a new wax. Most kits are going to come with your standard wax. Now, this is not. Of course not. Nothing can ever come down. So most companies are going to give you the standard wax like this. This is a new product from Laura. It's called Wee Wax. No, I didn't recommend them because I've never bought from them. See, these both came from two different kits. See, this came from an Amazon kit. This both came from probably one of the fancier places. See, this is Wee Wax. That's your regular wax. Sometimes you get blue wax. I don't like blue wax. And then you have this product. Someone goes, what is that? Then you have Patty Wax. You buy this separately. This does not come. There's a shop called Patty Wax for diamond painting. This is called Great Knee High, and then this is was the strawberry one. I got this a long time ago, and it still smells really great. But I think that's also because I didn't open it. So, and the way you do it is you scrape it and then you put it in there and make it so that that comes down. The Wee Wax is different. It's not better. I'm still having problems with it. I'm getting a pen that comes with a metal Texas tip, so I want to actually see if it's true that once I use the metal tips, the Texas tips, which are metal tips, not the plastic tips that come with your standard kit pens, works better. That's what I've heard. They work better with the wax. Patty wax, some people say lasts longer. Some people have said they don't like it. So it's all subjective too, depending on who you are. Now, some people have been known to buy the Texas tips. Those, I don't know if they're better because I don't have the pen yet with the new tip on it. If it's falling out of your pen, here's the thing, you probably did not put it in hard enough. Number one, or number two, the tip is not good. Remember, don't put too much wax in your pen. Just a little bit, guys, lasts a long time. We have finished a picture. It could be anything. It could be just that it has so much in it, you know. What I would do is take a red rag or a little tweezer. Then there's the everlasting tips. I have not figured out how to put an everlasting tip in my pen. I don't want to damage my pens, which I spent a lot of money on. So this is what we have done. We have done a second page in this book, which I am very proud because I normally don't do 2 pages back to back in books. But Fairy Touch of Magic is very, very different. Than the other books. I think this one is my favorite. Until I also put some gel pen in it. Thank you, Jean. So remember, guys, give this this stream a thumbs up. You know, I think a lot of that is, you know, a lot of people don't, and I'm not saying that everybody is like this, but a lot of people don't like to share knowledge. So that becomes a problem. So I want to thank you guys for coming, and I hope you all have had a good time. And everybody stay safe and healthy and be good. Bye, everybody, and I will end the stream here. So I hope you guys have liked this, and I hope you all stay safe and healthy. And remember, take things slowly. We are all going through things together. Be kind to one another. And remember, guys, try to get along. If you're having problems, remember, just take a break. Come back when you're cool headed. Then maybe you can all talk out together. Bye, everybody. Oh, T, I showed your book in the beginning. Bye, everybody.